I am not worried because it is our time. I hear the crowd in the background, man, they just want to see me shine. For the hell of it, it's irrelevant. You lacking the intelligence to make it make sense. We gon' manifest whatever we came to get. That's a little money and a trophy and nothing they gon' respect. We don't care who the best, we don't worry who was next. We gon' put them boys to rest like a temper feet of bed. I'm ahead of the rest like I came without a net. They gon' say it under breath, I'ma say it with my chest. I got it wrapped like a toga, put the whole team on my shoulders. Hold up, wake these boys up, call me soldier, soldier. Flow feeling colder, some call it molar. You don't wanna box me, I'm feeling cocky. Hair stocky, leave them floppy, face Nazi.
It is always a celebration here in the city of New Orleans, and we are just outside of the French Quarter at the Superdome. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the New Orleans Saints. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. And they'll run the option to start the drive. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. Well, the Bucs and Saints expected to possibly be the two to slug it out for the NFC South title in 2022. The Saints have had the Bucs number pretty much since the arrival of Tom Brady, at least in the regular season. They're 4-0 against Tampa Bay the last 2 seasons in the regular season. But remember, when Tampa won the Super Bowl, they did defeat New Orleans en route to that title. And some room to maneuver. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his O-line and just went.
So there's two ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. The Saints at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Hill is going to fire one deep over the middle. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Juwan Johnson, his second touchdown on the season. And the Saints are on the board first here this afternoon. Looks good on the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. And Brady and the Buccaneers here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. The LSU man Leonard Fournette, born right here in New Orleans. A gain of 3, second down. This defense for the Saints, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing is Brady on third down. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 14 yards that time for number 14.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on third down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll bring up second down. Fournette running right. 7 yards there and a first down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Brady's throw there complete. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Fournette, a first down carry. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Brady going to throw. Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them. They're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on third down. Now Brady. They're looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. P.J. Williams with a pick. And the Saints are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
10 yards, good for the Saints, first down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Play action. It's Hill. Steps away to his left. Downfield, and he's got Olave. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 33 yards that time.
We spent a lot of time talking about what's going on the field. How about off the field with the evaluation? And they spent a lot of time saying, we've got to get a rookie in here who has big playability. And that's exactly what we're seeing here early in his career.
Drafted him in the spring. Here he is early in the fall making an impact. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Hill now to throw. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 17-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for just 3. And it's second down. Trying the left side with Kamara. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run.
And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints go up by 2 touchdowns. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
Well, meanwhile, the throw by Brady knocked away, incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
On first down, Brady. Escaping the pressure right. And this one is incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Touchdown, Tampa Bay! Leonard Fournette, 64 yards. And the Bucs are back within a score. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute. But did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it. And afterwards, they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
Flushed out right. On the check down, it's Ingram. 7 yards there and a first down. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Here's Hill. He's going to float this one deep right side. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on, because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
To throw again on second down. Hill to the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Throwing again is Hill. And he'll go right back to Landry. It's complete again. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. He'll buy some time right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield.
And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. He'll get 7 yards there on the keeper, but still 4th down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. In the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense is throwing at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
Credit that sack to Marcus Davenport.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. Throwing on 2nd and long. Brady. Flush to his right. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd.
Every guy that plays this game has plenty of people around him that are concerned for his health and well-being. He had no regard for his body on that catch at all, did he?
Middle of the field, diving to grab it? No, he didn't. Buying time to his left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. This is taken at the 15. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. 62 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Kamara. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That second down play nets a -4. They blitzed there, but to be honest, I don't know if it would have mattered had they blitzed or not. That run play was going nowhere.
Yeah, it's really, really difficult at times to figure out where that defense is coming from. But if you're committed to running the football, you can get people up on those linebackers, right? Those guards don't have to block anyone at the line of scrimmage. They get up to the second level and create some space.
Well, that's one way to convert on third down, picking up 26 yards.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
I like what they tried to do there. They didn't get a completed pass downfield, but they came off of a momentum play. Big-time gain on the previous snap, came right back and threw one deep, hoping to catch them on their heels.
Eluding the pressure right. Oh, now it's free. Hill fumbled it, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Well, you had an offense working with a comfortable 2-score lead here in the third quarter, and certainly doesn't feel as comfortable now following the turnover.
Yeah, you're right about that, because now the nerves start to come into play a little bit. You're a little bit jangled. You don't want to give your opponents any avenues to get back into the game. What you'd rather do, put up signs that say, roads closed.
Second down, back to Fournette. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Up the gut, Fournette. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
So right after the defense gets you the ball on a takeaway and a fumble recovery of their own, you've got to reward them, don't you? You've got to stay out on the field, give them a chance to rest, and how about doing it the way they did it, running the football and picking it up on third down.
Yeah, would not have wanted to go 3 and out. They avoid that right there.
Yeah, they avoided the glares as they went back to the bench, didn't they? Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing the throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Being chased out left. Looking downfield for Godwin. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Hill. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Third and 2. Hill. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Forced out to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Brady escaping the pressure right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Now Brady. Flushed out right. A throw caught by Kumaro. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A great pickup there, 35 yards, and obviously the 1st down to go along with it.
I'm pretty sure any quarterback will tell you it's nice to have a tight end that can stretch the field. And how about him right there, working in the heart of the defense, and they connect on a very nice play downfield, a combination of talent and toughness to go into the briar patch.
A shotgun give to Fournette. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now Brady. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Paulson and Debo. And the Saints are going to take possession here at their own 33. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly. But look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
They'll get it across the 35. It'll be 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Kamara gets it again on 2nd down. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Coming left is Kamara. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 87 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Now, this offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. Kamara trying the right side. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They run it again with Kamara. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
That gets them 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hits 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. Kind of a strange ballgame, Charles. We did not have a single point by either team after half. Really a defensive clinic by both sides in half number 2.
Wasn't that just beautiful to watch? Come on, man. Come over to the dark side with me. Wasn't that fun to see these defenses holding sway, right? Making sure they're controlling the game in the second half? It lets you know that you got to score points when you can. You never know when offenses might go a little bit dry, and you need those points from earlier.
So for the Saints, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Green Bay Packers. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaud. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Party when I come to time. You can bring your mama, daddy, sister, and your cousin.
king, like shit, wanna take the crown. I can see through it like a stomach with a other sign. When I hit the gas, I be going like 100 miles. They be getting tired, running out like 100 house. All up in my business, real nose like a bloodhound. I'ma throw them off like I'm standing on a picture mound. All they do is look at Instagram while they sit around. Hate me in real life, but you liking pictures now. Oh, everybody acting different now. Finally trying to see what I be on. Got a different style, they be at the brand new when they know I've been around. Got a fake smile on your face cause you been inclined. I can say a lot, but I'm not. Gotta keep it down, making sure nobody drown. I'm my brother, keep it now. Mike Jack hit me up and said I gotta beat it down. Turn me up when I'm